Hassan, what's happening, man? What's happening? Oh, wait, hold up. Wait, where's my stuff at? Oh, hate when it does this. Finished already? What?
What time is it? That was record time. Oh. Hi, everyone.
Tell them where you are. No, I'm just... They already know I'm shopping.
I'm here. I'm here.
It's ridiculous. I thought you were gonna be a while. That's why I went live.
You can stay live. How long you
Nah, well, I literally just came on just now. But if we're gonna leave and I got time.
Well, do you have time? Are we gonna get home?
You going straight home?
Yeah, well, unless I'm going to home.
See how you do?
But wait, what time is it? 2:13. You still have to get the kids.
Yeah, but if I'll give at least like an hour. If I have an hour, I'm good with that. If I don't have an hour and you still have something that you want to do here, then we could do that.
It's 2:09.
Yeah, like it's 2:15 now. That's the time. So by the time we get back home, that's gonna be like 2:40. Pushing 3. That's gonna be like 3-ish. Yeah. Like just take your time.
Until what time? 3 o'clock?
Yeah, about that. That's good. You know how you do.
I finished.
I didn't know that you were gonna be finished that fast. That's why I did this. But just chill out. Like 3-ish. That's good. Cause I'm on the charts right now anyway. So.
I don't have anything to plug my phone in.
What you mean?
My little thingy is not here.
The base? Wait, no. You have the cord? Plug the cord into here. And it'll charge it.
You sure about that?
Yeah, it'll charge because it's USB.
We'll try it and let me know what the progress is.
Alright, I'm on these charts. I'm getting on these charts right now. See what's going on. I was already on the charts actually looking around as I was eating my chicken fingers. Yeah, it should work.
They have to know you eat chicken fingers.
No.
They have to know that. Is it working?
Look at that. You see the light come on? Yeah, it's charging. Say thank you.
I should have got this one.
That's for the same chair? Wait, you got the key? I gave it back to you? Look in here.
3 o'clock?
Yeah. Yeah, 3 is good. Like 3 is good. Alright. Productive chart time. Alright, so wait, why is my YouTube acting funny? So what's happening, y'all? I got me some internet, got me a little bit of coffee, and I'm on the charts. Alright, let me get this over here together so I can see.
Like around that time, I used to run into.
All right, there we go. I got it now. Hassan said, you know the nastiest thing I ever put in my mouth. I don't want to know, I don't think. What's up, Stacy? He said a stale pretzel. Went to eat some pretzels at home and it was stale. Kids don't know how to properly close the chip bags. You know, kids will make you like want to choke them out. Like they just be doing stuff that means a lot to you. They like they don't have respect for stuff that means a lot to you. You know, like stale potato chips, stale cereal. Like that's all unacceptable. And to not tighten up the bag, not close up the box properly. Those are just little things that really do irritate you as a parent. And that's so funny you mentioned pretzels. I've been eating pretzels all week. I just got a fresh bag of pretzels last week. And I've been tearing that pretzels up all week. That is hilarious. Wow, that's funny. I spoke to somebody one time. They told me they don't eat pretzels. I was like, all right. You don't know what the good life is like, man. Who don't eat pretzels? All right, cool. She's good. All right, so let's see what this market is doing. Adam, what's up, man? He said his son is driving now. He may need to check into a doctor. Stacy said, shut up, we were all kids yesterday. Shoot, I wasn't a kid for a while now. For like 30 years. Hassan said, if you don't eat pretzels, you're a communist. That's hilarious. Upasni, what's happening? All right, so it's 2:20. On the way to a baseball game, huh? That's for my wife. My wife literally just asked me if I wanted to take the kids to see the Mets. Either June or July something. I'm definitely not a Mets fan anymore. I haven't been a Mets fan since '86 when we won the World Series. And in '87, I wasn't a fan anymore. What's up, Daniel? He said it's not Starbucks or my car. You are correct, sir. Yeah, I'm tagging along with my wife. She's out shopping right now, so I'm in the lounge / cafe area, sipping on my latte. He said, Hassan said, go see the Phillies. Stacy, I got something to say. I'm going to start charging you, Mark Fuller, for talking about me in training. Uh-oh. I know I be hitting the button. I be pressing the buttons. So it's always relevant in that training. For real, for real. Yep. It's amazing, right? James, what's happening? James trading the pound yen, huh? Oh, interesting. Yeah, now we talking, Hassan. Now we talking. He said one of these days I might be broadcasting from the back of a Phantom. There we go. Yep. Might be sooner rather than later. Who knows? Who knows? What's happening, Ernest? He said that's life balance. One is in the charts and the other is in the shops. Oh, snap. That is hilarious. One on the charts, one in the shops. Son said, you ever seen a Lambo up close? Yeah, I have. Lambo is a nice piece of machinery. It definitely is. Stacy said, my mama taught me all about fat meat being greasy. Oh, you heard when I said that last night, huh? Yep. It's true. It is true. Some people don't believe it. They do not believe fat meat is greasy. Market was looking pretty good a little while ago, and it still doesn't look bad. It's just still kind of out of sync a little bit. Like it's trying to get there, but it's not quite there yet. So, just continued observation. Continuous observation. Nah, we don't do the Chryslers. For me, it would be a real one. It'd be a Phantom or it'd be nothing. I don't think there's no in between. You got to go all in to get in that Phantom, right? Maybach is another nice one. Maybach is nice. I like those cars because like just Rolls Royce in general, the craftsmanship that goes into Rolls Royce is remarkable. Like they build them by hand. You know, like them cars they take like 6 months to make. So it's just a whole nother level. That's a whole nother level of swag. Son said some guy had a Lambo and let my son check it out. Made my 12-year-old son's day. The guy was totally cool and welcoming. Nice. Very nice. Adam said, I've had too many Chryslers leave me on the side of the road. Matthew, what up, man? Yeah, and that's funny that you said Maserati. That was the next one I was going to say. Yep, Maserati makes theirs by hand also. Yep. Escalade is nice. I like Escalades. I like the big Escalades. Very roomy. Everybody want to know where I'm at. They're like, yo, you're not in the car. You ain't in the car, you ain't at Starbucks. I'm out with my wife now. She's shopping. So I'm in the little cafe area. Got me some coffee, sat down and got on the charts. Recharging the laptop, recharging her phone. So I'm chilling, man. I'm in the office. My office is wherever I go. Gotta love it. Aria, what's up? He said with ostrich leather. Ostrich leather? What is that? Enough wood trim that you would think I cut down half a tree. Yeah, that's bulleristic status right there. What's happening, John? John says, from my observation, the market must be in slow mo for the way your training service works. Is that why you talk about patience? Yes, definitely. Even though you really need patience in general, because even if you want to wait for a different type of market environment, you got to wait for the environment that you're waiting for, if that makes sense. Like, regardless of what you're actually doing in the market, whatever environment is conducive to the way that you trade, you got to wait for that to come. Like, the market is never just in one type of environment. It cycles through all of these different types of environments, all of these different types of movements and behaviors, and you have to pinpoint what makes the most sense as far as environment for you to be a part of based on how you trade, and then don't do anything until that comes. Like, that's the key to you winning. People think that the key to winning is a strategy. It's not. It's not the strategy. It's your ability to wait for the environment and the market that you need for you, whatever you're doing to work. That's hard right there. That right there, whew. Just that statement that I just made is crazy, because that's what it is. John said, because I want to join, but I don't have time to do the work to wait for hours for the market to behave that way, because most of the time it is moving constantly. No, it does actually slow down, and there are times when the market is fast. So like I'm saying, like, different times throughout the day, the market can be doing a number of different things, but it is in your best interest to acquire a skill set that you know that you can always apply. So it doesn't matter when or what the market is doing. Your job is that whenever you are available to be on the charts, you know what to wait for, and you just wait for that to take place. So, you know. He said, you mean I can't win with a golden strategy? Nope. Unfortunately. I mean, you'll win some trades, but the market is a different animal. It ain't what you think it is. Adam said, ever since we've been focusing on environmental, it has been a complete game changer for me. It's brilliant and just common sense at the same time. Yep, no fear of missing out. And that's a powerful position to be in. Like, you got to understand the value of that and appreciate the value of that. I know that some people don't appreciate the value of it because, let me move this back some. All right, that's a little better. Some people don't appreciate the value of that because they have a preconceived imagery, you know what I mean? They feel like, well, I'm supposed to be making, or whatever the dollar amount is that they put on it. And then when they actually begin to deal with the market and they see that you can't impose what you want on the market anymore, like not even anymore, in general, you can't impose what you want to happen on the market. You have to rearrange whatever it is that you want to accomplish around what the market is willing to produce and to give to you based on your understanding of the market. So, you know, it's just like, if, you know, there are people that like to trade in volatility and a lot of movement. And if that's how you want to trade, that's cool. But you can't be that type of trader and then try to take trades when it's in a different environment. Like just because you don't see the level of volatility that you want to see, now you switching up and you trying to trade when the market is doing different things in a different environment altogether. That's not what your environment is. That's not what your trading approach is based on. So why are you deviating from what you do and what you're waiting for to try something else? Boom. As soon as you do that, you start losing. And then you trying to figure out, well, I don't know why I'm losing. And then, why am I losing? And it's like you want to cry and you want to play the victim now, and you can't do that. You can't play the victim. You can't ever be the victim. You can't do that. Ernest said, trade like a cheetah. That fool will wait for days before pouncing on a week's prey. On a weak prey. Be patient. Yep. That right there was very well said. That was very well said. I like that, Ernest. James, what's good, man? Demetrius, what's up, man? John said, because I'm used to volatility trading, slow is completely different because you don't know when it will pop. See? And it's so funny. I just brought it up, and coincidentally, you happen to be a volatility trader. So you're already used to that. You see what I'm saying? The way that we look at the market would be the complete opposite of that. Like it would be different. And like you see what you're saying? You said you don't know when it will pop. Now, see what you're getting into now is behavior. That has nothing to do with, or I should say it has less to do with the environment. When you're trying to figure out whether or not the market is going to have a certain movement after it's in a certain state, now you're dealing with the behavior of the market. And see, most people who are trading don't even know that. They don't even know the difference between the environment and the behavior. They don't know that it's two separate things to begin with. So it's like, if you're not informed about the intricacies of what the market is actually doing all the time, then it leaves you vulnerable to what the market can do, and you just remain in the dark about it. So your thing will just be like, well, I trade this way, but I have to be careful because sometimes the market will do this. And it's like, see, as soon as you begin to realize what the market is doing outside of what you're waiting to see it do, now you're dealing with the dynamic of the way that you're interpreting the market. You have to be so good at the interpretation that you know exactly what the market needs to look like for your trades to come. And if the market is doing something else that's not that, you know to stay completely out of the market, regardless of how good it might look. It's like it might look real good to you, but you know that that's not the environment that you're supposed to be in for that. So this is what I'm saying. Like you need, like patience and discipline are things that you need regardless of what you're trading. It doesn't matter what you're trading. It doesn't matter how you're trading. Without patience and discipline, you're going to lose anyway. So, those are the real skills that we develop in our training. Adam said, I'm paying for TA and I haven't even gotten trade in 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. The stuff people be telling me is crazy. Demetrius said, just been studying. I like the questions you asked me. Yep. That was excellent engagement that Demetrius had on live training with us. It was excellent because that's one of the things that I appreciate about when people study. Like when you start training and you get instructions on like what videos to start with, we could tell right away whether you did it or not. We know if you watch the videos. If you didn't watch the videos, it usually don't have nothing to do with what we do. It's like it's a dead giveaway. And people will waste their time doing that. I'm like, well, you're in training now. Go through the training because the training is designed specifically to work on you from the perspective of you. Like you think that you're learning about the market. You're really learning and figuring out how to control yourself in the market. You're figuring out through training how to control yourself when it comes to you trading. And then whatever you're doing as far as trading makes sense now, because now you're controlling yourself. Like, that's the part that people never get. Even people that, appear to be nice or be good at taking trades or whatever, if you don't get that full understanding of the fact that you have to control yourself, you got a problem and you're going to lose anyway. You're still going to lose. Like, it doesn't matter how much you're winning now. When that market switch up on you and you don't know how to deal with it and you don't know how to control yourself while you're trying to deal with it, it's all over for you. You do all type of stuff that you didn't think that you would do. You start revenge trading, you start to deviate, you start trying other strategies. Now you got to jump on a different strategy. Oh, this ain't working no more. Let me come over here. Let me go get something golden. Let me get some signals. That's what people be doing, man. Just spinning their wheels, wasting time. Spinning their wheels, wasting time, man. Adam said, thing is, TA training has been on fire. It's always lit, man. Always lit. John said, that's tough. It is, man. It's hard. It's hard. Matthew said, if you're a victim of yourself, would you be willing to prosecute if that means you get rehabilitated? Ooh, your answer determines your future. Wow. Wow, that was hard. That was hard right there. Damn. He said you're a victim of yourself. Are you willing to prosecute yourself? Damn. Damn. See, and then when you start to think about it like that, it changes everything. It literally changes everything up. John, I'm just trying to think how someone who is used to volatility would be able to trade if it could take 2 weeks. That's really hard. I mean, like, you're looking at it through a limited perspective. One of the things that people kind of do when it comes to training and learning this, you're learning something new, yes. You're learning a different perspective, yes. But you're learning in that process about yourself at the same time, okay? So, like, just to give you an example, let's say 2, 3, 4 weeks. Say a whole month goes by and you didn't take a trade. Like, what does that mean to you as far as what you're willing to do, what you're willing to risk, and how your confidence is? The absence of trades has value. It's not just about trading and making money. You have to realize that every time that you take a trade, the possibility of losing does exist. Now, is what you're doing something that has lowered that possibility down to the point where you basically won't lose when you do trade? Or will you get into that emotional space where you feel like, man, I have to get trades because this is what I do. I trade for a living. I have to get a trade. I must trade, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, now you have an energy associated with a pressure that you put on yourself, when in fact the market not giving you trades is actually protecting you from yourself. Does that make sense? It's like the absence of trades, it means something. It doesn't mean nothing. Like people think that means, oh, well, no, I can't do that because it's not working. If I'm not getting any trades, it's not working. Actually, what we do, if you're not getting any trades, it is working. Like that's the point. Because there's also going to come a time where there's going to be an abundance of trades. And what do you do then? Like, what do you do when there's too many trades? There's gonna come a time where there's a bunch of trades and it's like, oh, look at all these trades. Yeah, oh, let me take this, let me take another one. Oh, another one's there. And then the next thing you know, because you haven't trained properly, now you're falling right into the greed aspect of yourself. When during the time when there were no trades, you were actually conditioning yourself to not be afraid. And then when trades do come in abundance, you're conditioned, because you were training that whole time. Now you're conditioned to not be greedy. So you're eliminating fear and greed through the training. You see what I'm saying? Like, and this is such a deep level of understanding the market and understanding yourself, because you don't understand that until you actually begin to put the pieces together. And that's what the training helps you to do. The training is not a method. Like people, this is what people confuse about what we do. They're thinking that it's a method or a strategy that they're learning about the market. It's not. It's absolutely not a strategy at all. You're learning how to interpret the market, and you're learning how to deal with yourself so that you have confidence in your interpretation of the market. That's a whole nother level. And it switches up because you're learning the skill. It's not something that is objective, that's outside of you. Like, it's not a strategy that, oh, here, you take this strategy and you're going to win 8 out of 10 trades. Maybe 9 out of 10. No. No, we want to reduce the whole process down and grind it all the way down to the point where we are trained not to lose at all. I would rather be in a space where I'm conditioned not to lose because I know why I'm not losing, instead of being in a space where I'm taking trades because I want to make money, but then I lose and I don't know what to do after I take a loss. You see what I'm saying? All right. Let's say that you put yourself in position to take trades every day. Okay, cool. So you, in your mind, like, I'm getting a trade every day, period. I'm just gonna get a trade. So what you just did was you attached pressure to yourself to take a trade. Now, what if the market on that day is just not presenting you with trade? And when I say the trade, I'm talking about a trade that you know that you're gonna win, not a trade that you hope you're going to win. So it's like, it's a trade-off. What is it that you want? You either want to know and feel secure in your ability and your skill, which is always going to elevate. It's not like you're always going to be at the same skill level. Your skill will constantly and continuously elevate. It's not going to just remain on one level. You're not learning one skill when you train. You're learning a skill set, and each layer and level of the skill elevates each time that you train more. That's why we don't ever stop training. I don't know how this opened up. What the heck just happened here? Oh, that's from your phone. All right. All right, let me look at the comments real quick. I see y'all talking. Let me see. Hassan, I see your thing. I see your question. Ernest said revenge trading. Talk about getting smacked by mother market. Any trade that you don't force to take is a great trade. You didn't lose money. Bingo. Bingo. Adam said, I was thinking like that today. I thought, man, I'd love to have a trade given to me this week. Then I checked myself and I didn't even open the charts. I opened the playlist instead. Growing pains. See, and it lets you know that you're maturing also, because it lets you know that you're maturing also, because when you're in the learning phase of the market, you're in the learning phase of yourself also. It's like you're a baby. And just like a baby in real life, you don't walk. you crawl first. Your first inclination is to crawl first. Your first inclination is to crawl. You don't even know that you got legs yet. So you just working with what you got. You don't even know that you got legs yet. So you just working with what you got. You working with what you're becoming or will do this. So you start crawling. You're moving around. And as you crawl and you start moving around, you're working muscles in your body. You're working muscles in your legs and your arms. And every time you keep pushing yourself, you do something else. Like this is the perfect example of the way that you grow and you develop as a trader. Because you're trying to get to the end result without understanding the process. It's like if your end result is a dollar amount every week that you want to make, you have to understand that the process is bigger than the dollar amount that you're trying to get to. Because the process is going to put you in position to blast that through whatever you thinking that you want to make. If you train and you grow and develop as a trader first and foremost, everything that you have now, as far as your goal in your head, you will accomplish that. There's gonna become a time. You're gonna get to a time where that's gonna be easy to do. You're gonna be like, damn, I was actually selling myself short. I can make whatever I want to make. Yeah, you can, because you have developed yourself to the point where you're fearless when you take trades in the market. You know why you're taking trades. You're not scared to take trades. Not scared to take trades. You're confident in the win that you're gonna get. You wait for the market to give you permission to do it. What else do you need? That right there is like a golden ticket. So let me go back over here. James says slow market will eat up an account just like a fast market will. Ooh, both environments can feed a trade. Look at what James is saying. This is hard right here. He said a slow market will eat up an account just like a fast market. Both environments can feed a trader. The amount of patience and discipline will make either scenario happen. Yeah, come on, man. John said, let's say we stick to trading the way your training service works. Can you make 50K plus a year with max 10 contracts without having any other skill? Yes, yeah, that's you definitely can do that. Example, we don't elevate any further because in your videos you mentioned skill trades you take. Let's say we don't get skilled any further than the training that you do. That's the whole, exactly what you just explained is exactly the point of everything that I always talk about. That, exactly what you just explained. In other words, if you don't do what you see me doing, because when I do challenges and I do these projects, I'm doing that just to demonstrate how skill at some point for you elevates to the point where you're just so confident and fearless that you're able to just execute because you are conditioned. Like there's a difference between being trained to do something and then when you ultimately become conditioned to do it. Once you're conditioned to do it, the training just reinforces the state that you're in now. You see, at first you have to train first because you're not conditioned. It's just like if you know that you want to run in a marathon, how long do you have to practice before the race if you want to win the race? Like when you see them Africans win the marathons, how do they be running? That's what they dominate the marathon. It is what it is. That lady was from Kenya, right? The one that won the last one. Just imagine how she practices. Her practice is every day just get up and run. That's her practice. You see what I'm saying? So the training and the practice becomes the lifestyle. And then that's when you begin to reap the benefit of it, because now you're conditioned. You don't have to get in shape. You're in shape and you just stay in shape. And as a matter of fact, you elevate, and now you can challenge yourself even more. And that's where the training comes in, because it's like, well, and in the training we're basically being conditioned not to lose any trades, period. You conditioned to not lose trades, that's one. Two, you're waiting for a specific thing for the market to present to you as far as environment. You're waiting for a specific behavior. And then you have rules that are going to put you into a trade when that takes place. If that doesn't take place, you don't do anything. There are no trades. And it's like, all right, well, what does that look like over time? By the time, if you want to spread it out over the course of, say, a year, there's plenty of trades. Like, there's an abundance of trades when you spread it out over a year. Because you're going to have times where there are clusters of trades that come. Then you might have times where there's a week or two where there's no trades at all. Like, we move through different cycles in the market. And the cycles that you move through are putting you in a place where, because you always do the same thing, when the market gives it up, you get it. When the market don't give it up, you don't do anything. You see what I'm saying? So during the times when you're not doing anything, your account remains intact. That's key. You're never in a position where you're vulnerable to the market, one, and you don't ever have to play catch up because you weren't doing anything crazy to mess with your balance and lose, where you got to try to make it up now. You got to try to get it back. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's a hard thing to have to do all the time. And people put themselves, they get excited, they're winning, then they take a loss, and then like, oh no, I got to get back on my winning streak. So now they have pressure. See, like, the pressure is self-inflicted all the time. And that's what conditioning and training does for you. It keeps you away from that. You stop self-inflicting. You stop putting pressure on yourself that's not necessary to be there. You putting the pressure on yourself to make money, like on a schedule, like it's a job. It's not a job. It's not a job. This is your trading business. That's why money management, scaling up, all of those things are a part of the process. It's just like, I don't like people. Let me give you a good example. And you a lot of you should be able to relate to this, what I'm about to say. And I see what you're asking, John. I'm gonna get to that. Let me make this point before I forget. Damn, I already forgot. Damn, I just had it. What was I about to say? Damn, it was good too. Hold up, I gotta try to think back. I got it. All right. I was having a conversation with a student. Student told me that they took like 25, 30 trades recently. I'm like, okay, cool. Now, mind you, they took these trades actually doing something different. So, in other words, they deviated away from what we're being trained to do. All right, cool. And like I always say, like, I don't have a problem with what people do, but I don't like if you're gonna do something, you can't complain when it doesn't work for you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the part that gets on my nerves the most, is that you'll do stuff and then you'll complain when you get smashed. Don't complain when you get smashed. You can't play the victim later. You can't talk big and be happy and excited about it now because you're winning, and then later on when you get smashed, you start crying. You can't do that. All right. So anyway, So I'm like just putting it in perspective for you a little bit. So if you tell me that you have figured out how to win consistently and you 20, 30, 40 trades in, here's where, for me, the business aspect of it kicks in. Because if you know that you can win consistently, you have to give value to the wins. Are you following me? Like this is so important. You have to give value to the wins. He said he's about to say MRMH. I'm talking, I ain't looking at the chart. I'm looking now, but I wasn't looking a second ago. But anyway, so you have to give value to the trades. Don't just take trades, win trades, and feel like you are like accomplishing something. Because you're not giving any value. They don't have any meaning. They don't have meaning. Look, when I did one of the challenges, matter of fact, when I did 2 or 3 of the challenges, the last challenge I did, 100 to 3K in 30 trades. Like just for a moment, just forget everything and just look at that alone. 30 trades became valued at $3,000, starting from $100. You're following me? Give value to the win. So you telling me you took 40 trades and won all of them. You 40 and 0. Where's the value of the 40 winning trades? And this right here, this is hopefully going to be eye-opening for people because it'll help you to understand like what you're doing. This is a business. There are phases. If you begin at the end, the end should be that you want to be able to have skill. That should be the end result, not 1,000 a week. I want to make 500 a day. That shouldn't be your end result. That should not be what you want to be at the end. What you should want to be at the end is the skill itself. You want the skill. So now, I'm almost finished. I gotta make my point real quick. If you know that, you need to, that means if the end is the skill, that means that's the first thing you have to get. You have to start at the end. See what I'm saying? But if your end goal is, I want to make 1,000 a week. So basically, if you're starting at the end of that, now you put yourself under pressure because now you're here now trying to make 1,000 a week today. You're following me? And just think about the distinction between those two things. So this is where people fall away from even being able to do it at all, because they go through the whole pain and frustration of trying to get to 1,000 a week now without the skill. It ain't gonna work. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I see something's going on with Hassan. I can't even really get into that right this second though. I'm gonna catch up to that later. I'm gonna catch up to that. Oh, one more thing that I saw John mention I wanted to talk about real quick. He said, how'd you change yourself to trade in that environment coming from a Forex volatility environment where capturing moves and moving fast is the key? And from what you were saying, we have to be completely in reverse. It's because you just have to reverse engineer yourself. Me first. When I came on NADEX and started trading and was losing, you got to figure out why you're losing first. If you don't know why you're losing, how you gonna win? You see what I'm saying? You still trying to trade and win, but you don't know why you lost in the first place. How are you gonna do anything? How can you accomplish anything if you don't even know why you're losing? So that's what I did. I reverse engineered me losing trades. And when I figured it out, I'm like, oh, I'm starting to understand now why I'm losing. And then once I figured out why I started losing, I put everything in place within myself to not keep repeating the same things that I was doing that was putting me in position to lose. I knew that it wasn't the market's fault. The market don't care. The market doesn't even know that you're here. The market doesn't know that any of you are here right now. It's not personal. It's not looking at you and looking in your account like, oh, I think I'm gonna take your money today. No, it doesn't. It doesn't care. So you got to reverse engineer yourself, figure out what you're doing. You know, tap into your level of fear, your level of greed. How are you being greedy? Oh, well, you want to make all of this money today. You see what I'm saying? Oh, well, why are you scared to take the trade when it comes? Because you still have fear. That is the same energy that you are on. You got to learn how to control that on both sides, the fear side and the greed side. And until you do, you're going to lose. You're just going to lose, period. Obviously, I was going about this trading all wrong, Mark. That makes sense because I was focused on the profit side of it instead of the skill set that everybody is. That's what everybody do. The Coke, it tastes like diet, right? Yeah, it tastes a little dietish. I've been stopped drinking that. Yeah, but you hit it right on the head, Ario. And that exactly is what not even the majority, that's what everybody does when they come in here. When they come into the industry, that's what people are doing, period. What are you doing? You like a photo bomber. Get out of here. Yeah, but this is good though. This is good. This whole dialogue right here is powerful. Like, I want to watch this again. I'm gonna watch this. All right, but we gotta get up out of here. Listen, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I'll see y'all in training. Everybody else, y'all be safe. I'll see y'all on the next live. Deuces.